No, I'm with you. That's a good way of putting it. But I just want to say to you, I want to put this to you then, yeah? So for me, like, if you ask me about my morality, where do I get my own morality and stuff, yeah? No, but if you do, I'll say, look, there's a rationality behind the morality. So the rationality for us is that, okay, we believe that God created the universe, yeah? That He's the all-knowing, all-hearing, all-powerful. And as an extension of that, He sends messengers to certain peoples at certain times. And messengers came to people in certain times at different times, yeah? And the final one we believe is the Prophet Muhammad, who came for every human being. Right. Those messengers, yeah, so basically what they have with them are two things, the message and the miracle. The message being from God, which is to believe in and worship in only one God, submit yourself to one God rather than submitting yourself to aspects of the creation. And the miracle is the Quran itself, and it has a way of basically proving itself.
Right, what's that got to do with homosexuality, please? Because that's what you agreed to talk to me about.
Okay, good point. So, having said that, I want to ask you as a homosexual, yeah? I want to ask you as a homosexual, do you feel it's basically, in your opinion, it's your right, duty, it's absolutely fine, morally acceptable for you to be homosexual, in the sense that...
It's my natural urge.
Okay.
Natural, from nature.
All right. Yeah, okay. I want to ask you a question then, yeah? Okay, do you assert that everything that you believe and feel from nature, you should enact?
Depending on how you feel, depending on your own particular morality that you have evolved over the course of your lifetime, according with your own experiences and your own destiny, based on your own what you're here to do. And all of us are here to do something different. We're all here to develop in a slightly different way, but religion shuts that down and makes you all the same. Okay. I don't believe that.
No, I'm with you, but do you want to put this on you? Because I think your voice is lower than my voice, so just put it on yourself. All right. Now, I was going to ask you, do you believe then? Yeah. Because the question I asked you was, you said it was my natural urge to be a homosexual.
No, I do believe that.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't.
No, go for it.
But what I'm saying is, my question is very straightforward. Yeah. Do you believe that every natural biological urge that you have, you should be able to enact?
Well, most of them, because you have an urge to eat, to shit, to sleep, to fuck. So most of them, yes, I would agree with that.
All right.
What about you? What about you?
Not all of them. Yeah,
what about
I
you?
wouldn't say all of them.
Well, which ones would you not say?
Okay, so that goes back to my morality. The ones which have been...
Did you get your morality from your own life experience, or did you get it from a book?
From the book.
Well, I think that's crap then. You have to get it from life.
Okay, why do you have to get it from life?
Because that's all you've got to go on.
Okay,
you've got to go. You can have guidance. But if you don't develop it through your own experiences and your own vision and your own past lives and everything else, what's the point of it? You have to have it. I'm not going on camera telling you my name.
Okay, fine. Okay, fair enough. I apologize.
You can call me what you like.
I'll call you John, yeah?
There you go. John the Baptist. Off you go.
Okay, John.
All right, Jesus. High five. Nah, paper cover stone. There you go.
Listen, so point one.
He laughed.
Point one.
Yeah, go on.
As I was saying to you before.
Yeah.
He said keep a bit far from your... Yeah, like that, yeah. So basically...
I wouldn't want it to come in between.
Let me ask you a question. No, don't worry. Let me ask you a question, right? My question is straightforward. Yeah. Say someone had an urge...
it would be.
Say someone had an urge to be incestuous.
Right.
In your conception...
Incestuous, okay, well... They'd have to check themselves and find out, in my belief, they'd have to check themselves if they could stop their urges and really truly find out where that came from. Because it often comes from them having incestual stuff happening in their past. So that's where it often comes from. So you're saying that because I'm homosexual, that I've had some homosexual thing happen to me in the past, so that blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of different reasons why people are homosexual.
I'm not asking that. Let me just ask you a question, right?
Yeah, go on.
If someone had a genetic urge, to be incestuous, should they be allowed to enact that?
Well, that's not for me to decide. That's for them to decide.
Okay.
It's not for you to decide or me. No, it's not for me to do anything. That's for them to sort it out.
So
not for me.
A mother and a son in a relationship.
That's none of my business. I don't know them. They're not in my house. If there's a crime going on, if someone's been broken the law of the land, then obviously it's a crime.
So that's a crime in this country anyway.
Well, it is, yes. It's not allowed. Illegal, so you'd get the police involved, which is probably, if it's not allowed to happen, it's probably right.
Okay, so you're saying you shouldn't be allowed to happen because of the law.
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm just pointing out that the law says that it's illegal.
Okay, so the law says it's illegal.
Yeah.
So a mother and a son relationship shouldn't happen.
According to the law.
Okay.
according to the law.
So if you go to a country where homosexuality is illegal, should you still be able to enact homosexuality?
Well, I don't know.
So if you go to
But
Senegal,
I severely disagree with you linking homosexuality with incest.
Why?
It's the same thing.
Why?
Why can't I link? Okay, say for example, I'm linking heterosexuality with incest,
okay.
and I make a point, and I link them. I link them all the time.
Okay.
You know, like incest and
Yeah.
paedophilia, and I'm linking it with homosexuality and dumping all in the
paedophilia is a
same
different-
carrier bag, and constantly linking them up. They're not connected because it's adult consensual sex.
Okay, hold on.
It's not going generational, intergenerational
I'm not
sex.
talking about- I'm
You
talking-
are. You're talking incest.
Incest. Okay, so what about brother
That's
and sister?
intergenerational
What about
sex.
brother and sister?
Well, I don't know. That's to do with them, isn't it?
Well, you just said don't
Depending on
link
what age they are.
it. Okay, so if a brother and a sister,
Yeah.
or two sisters, or two brothers want to have sexual intercourse with each other,
Yeah, I think gentlemen.
and they're
I think
wearing
gentlemen. I think gentlemen. You better come to the nitty-gritty nub of your point and ask me it now.
okay, my point is this, right? You said don't compare. You shouldn't be making comparisons between incest and homosexuality.
No, I know. I said I was really upset with the fact that it's constantly being linked with illegal sexual activity. Homosexuality is constantly being linked with illegal sexual activity, incest, paedophilia, etc. That's what I said.
Okay.
I was annoyed with
So
that.
if you go to
Something
another
that you were
country-
doing.
In that case, if you go to another country where homosexuality is banned, would you be upset in the same way if someone if you are not allowed to?
I
enact
don't know because I've
homosexuality?
never been to one of those countries, and I don't think I would.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, if any homosexual, forget about you, if any homosexual went to Nigeria or any other country where homosexuality is banned, should they or should they not be allowed to enact their homosexuality?
Well, I think it depends on them if they choose to or not.
Okay, so what you're saying here is, for homosexuals, you're saying they have a decision to make, whether they want to or they don't want
That's
to.
right.
Whereas for
Because it's
people
consensual adult sex, not intergenerational or underage sex.
brother and sister,
Underage sex.
they're both 25.
Incestual underage sex.
not
All right,
underage.
all right. Then within the same family or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
It's not.
So if you've got
Is
two
that illegal though?
Where?
Between brother and sister.
In this country?
Yes.
I think it is illegal.
And is it illegal in in your country?
Well, this is
Where
my
is it?
country.
Okay, all right then. In other countries, all right then. In our country, it's illegal in our country.
Why did
Is
you
it?
assume that we're not from the same
Well,
country?
I did assume
I was, born
that.
in St. I was born in St. Mary's Hospital, you know?
Okay, cool. You're probably more London than I am. Okay, in a Muslim country.
Depends on which country you talk about. There's many of them. Dubai, UAE, I think homosexuals can probably do a lot more than, let's say, Saudi Arabia.
Right.
So it's kind of like, do you know, I come from
Well,
Egypt.
yeah, I think they should be.
I've seen homosexuals.
I think they should. I think people should be free to do what they feel like doing, as long as they're not hurting somebody else, and they're not.
Say that again, sorry.
I think people should be free to do what they want, as long as they're not hurting
okay,
or
fine.
breaking the law.
I'm happy you said that.
Well,
Do you know why I'm happy
it's
you
very
said that?
confusing, but you're trying to box me into a situation, and I'm boxed around by people, and I'd like to sort of ask other people what they think about
No, that's fine.
homosexuality.
You can ask them.
What do you think? What do you think about homosexuality?
No comment.
No comment. What do you think about homosexuality?
I'm
Nothing.
gonna talk to this
What do you
man, no
think?
comment.
No comment. No comment. Take your receiver back and go and ask these people.
Why?
Because you've asked me for like the last
No,
20
but the thing
minutes.
is, here you
I'll
should
give
be able
you
to
my
look.
opinion.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
You seem like a decent guy. Yeah. We're Muslims. This is Speaker's Corner.
Can you ask me the question?
No, allow me to elaborate on my point. My point is that people ask us questions all the time about Islam. People ask Jewish people questions all the time about Judaism, Christians all the time about Judaism, atheist people all the time about atheism. Everything should be able to be scrutinized and criticized,
That's right, yes.
including sexuality.
Yes.
And so it's not fair. I don't believe it's fair if you want to say it's freedom of speech, for us to say, okay, we should have parameters of that freedom of speech. I'm saying that if you're a homosexual, just like I'm a Muslim and someone's a Christian, all of us should be able to have engaging conversation without getting angry and actually
You're allowed
rationalize
to get
it.
angry. There's nothing wrong with anger.
Okay.
If you get passionate, it's fine.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, direct question, right? My direct question to you, you just said, you can do whatever you want so long as you don't harm anyone else. That's the harm principle cited by J.S. Mill, yeah? On liberty in the 1800s.
I don't know what they're
Basically, I'm telling you what this
talking
means.
for myself.
It's a libertarian principle that was come from a philosopher in the 1800s. I've got two questions to you. Number one, then if you really think about it, incest between brother and sister, yeah, where they're both consensual and overage, in your opinion, should not be illegal.
I didn't say that. That's not my opinion.
So what's your opinion?
You're putting your opinion in my mouth.
I'm asking, what is your opinion? Is incest between two consensual adults, brother and sister, that are both consented and wearing protection, so there's no deformed babies, is that legitimate? Is that morally acceptable, or is that morally unacceptable?
I think you'd have to ask those two themselves and their parents and the people in their vicinity. It's nothing to do with me. I don't have children of my own.
No, I'm asking you for your opinion, though.
My opinion?
Yeah.
I've given you my opinion.
So what's your opinion?
I think it's between those two.
Why were you so
people.
upset when we talked about the linkage between... What's the difference between incest and homosexuality then? Go ahead.
Because they often link homosexuality with
incest.
Things with either incest or paedophilia.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Because they're constantly linking it.
So what's
in
wrong
other words,
with...
the mental link is made.
So what's wrong with that
you keep
link?
interrupting me.
Sorry, go ahead.
The mental link is made in people's minds that links homosexuality with paedophilia, with incest, with all these things.
I'm not saying paedophilia though. So you can't strawman the argument. I'm just saying
I'm telling you that's what happens in the public domain.
Okay, I'm doing it.
No, you're not doing it.
No, I'm doing incest.
You tried to do it slightly.
I'm doing it with incest.
And I cut you off and you didn't like it.
I'm doing it with incest and homosexuality. I'm saying to you, what is the difference? If you use the liberal harm principle as a barometer, I'm asking you, what is the moral difference between homosexuality and a brother and a sister having sex with each other?
This is such a stupid discussion and you're having such a stupid argument.
But you don't have any responses, do you?
I am having a response and telling you what you're trying to do is very, very twisted and stupid.
So why? Why is that?
I've told you already and you didn't listen.
No, I didn't.
Well, wind the tape back, mate.
But you didn't. But you're
wind
not,
the tape back.
But can you see why you're not giving any answers?
I gave you the answer.
What's the answer? What's the difference between incest from a logical
It's
liberal...
obvious what the difference is.
What's the difference?
One is a man having sex with another man.
Okay.
One man having sex with another man, and the other one is two people in the same family having sex with each other.
Why is one right and one wrong? Why?
Well, that depends on your point of view.
Now I'm asking you don't like the link. I'm asking you why you don't like the link.
Because it's inferred that homosexuality is somehow not right. There's something not quite right about it. There's something a little bit suspect about it.
That's not my question.
Well, no, that's what you're inferring.
I'm saying, what's the difference between incest and homosexuality?
Why are you asking the question?
Why not?
No, why not? Why are you asking that particular question?
I feel like it.
You should just feel what you do like. You do what
so
you feel like.
It's
now establishing his belief system.
No.
You see how he works. Do you know what I mean? He's trying to mindfuck people with his religion, and then when it's turned around on him, he doesn't like it.
I'm not even talking about religion.
I was.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. It's either here or there.
Thank you.
So you couldn't see. You see here. Here is a good example of something which you couldn't just. You basically have lost the argument.
Well, that's in the opinion of the person who's listening to this, not you or me.
Okay, that's good.
Well, you have your opinion, I do, and everyone else is listening to this, and so is all the people that are going to watch this and listen to
logically,
it. They're free to make their own minds up and flush their own mobile phones down their own toilets and cut the control system and stop bullshitting around with these stupid religions that mindfuck you and allow you to be controlled en masse through different countries.
Okay, so is religion the only thing...
Everyone have a stick that up your... Excuse me.
Come on, it's kids.
Peace off. Peace off. Right. Peace off. Peace off. Peace off.
Okay, so here, logically, you have nothing to satisfy yourself with.
Well, logically, it's only half the story, which is from this part of the brain. Part of the brain. The other part is the intuitive, the feminine, the sensual, the dancing, the sexual. The whole. Oh, you don't like that, do you? The feminine. Whoa.
Okay. I think
you're filming it. Did you get my permission? Did you get my permission? No, you didn't. Fuck off.
All right. Listen. So
don't post it on Facebook.
All right. Anyways, so long as they're not harming anyone else, we can do what we want.
Really? Well, MI5 aren't harming anybody else, and when they put those fans on people's backs in Guantanamo Bay and played heavy metal to them, they weren't harming anybody, were they?
What's the difference between that? What's that got to do with anything?
Well, I'm talking your comments.
What's that got to do with anything?
Very funny.
I don't understand what that's got to do with all this.
Of course you know. Wind the tape back.
All right. So, do you have any answer here? Let me ask you one last time, and if you don't answer it, then I think here we can all make our own.
Points. I don't give a shit.
No, that's fine. We can all make our own mind up on this, yeah? Because thank you for your response.
What's the difference between homosexuality and incest?
No, that's not my question. My question is, why is homosexuality, a man and another man having sexual intercourse, and the act of a man and a woman who happen to be brother and sister, and they're consensual, drink that because trust me, you're going to need to.
It's actually time. It's time boiled up from
so I'm asking you, what is the difference?
What you like, it could be anything.
Okay, whatever that is. Enjoy yourself. No, thanks. I don't drink alcohol.
It's not alcohol. Have a sniff.
No, I don't want it. All right, okay. It doesn't smell like it. Anyways, I was. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm sorry. I prejudged you there. I thought it was alcohol.
Oh no! It's okay.
Anyways, this is.
You can't swallow it once you've removed the toxins from your throat. You can't swallow it.
Oh, okay. Yes. Fair enough. Question. What makes homosexuality any more or less morally acceptable than a brother and a sister who are wearing who take contraceptive tablets or whatever it is they do, wear protection, whatever it is, what makes one morally okay and the other one not morally
It
okay?
depends on your moral stance, doesn't it? What you believe.
Okay, so you're saying it's not like that then? So,
For you.
so in other words,
What's that for you?
yeah.
You
Okay,
think there's-
thank you. Yeah, you asked me a question. Let me answer you. So for us, it's very straightforward. Yeah, we say that on an objective level, it's impossible for us to prove morality. Yeah, unless you have an all-knowing entity which transmits the information to human beings, and we think that is actualized in the last and final revelation, which is the Quran. A Christian can say the same thing about the Bible.
What do you think?
The point is, no, I mean, you're asking me, let me answer you. So the answer is here.
All day then, mate. I don't
It's
think
okay.
you're a Sagittarian.
Let me answer you in this one word. We say homosexuality, or the act of a man having sexual intercourse with another man, is equivalent to basically a brother having sexual intercourse with a
Well, I
sister.
feel sorry for you then, mate.
But you have no reason to feel sorry for him because you have no counter argument. Why is it wrong?
I don't have to counter-argue with you.
Sorry, man, your society has brainwashed
you
you.
haven't tried yet, you
Your
might
society has
try it, you
brainwashed.
might like it,
So,
love.
no, trust me. Basically, what I'm saying to you is basically, your society, because you're living in a present time in the
Well, your
21st century.
religion's I could say your religion's brainwashed you.
No, that's what you just said. That. That's why I'm countering you
Well,
with
there you go
this
then.
point.
We're checkmate, aren't we?
So, have you got any reason to believe that one is more superior or is superior than the other?
No, it's just your own personal one, isn't it?
All right, thank you very much. I think with that,
I think you're free to make your own decisions up in life. Please don't listen to anybody above you and don't follow nobody.
thank you very much.